Hi everyone, Tracy here. Today we're going to talk about a very exciting topic called empowerment. What is it and what does it mean? Empowerment is the ability to feel emotionally balanced, confident, authentic, and sure of oneself without being wishy-washy. It's the ability to handle life no matter what comes up without feeling a lot of fear, hardly any, and feeling emotionally balanced. It's the ability to make mistakes without losing one's self-esteem or feeling insecure or unworthy. It's the ability to be present without regretting the past or anticipating the future. That includes like the next moment. The mind by its nature is insecure, and so it always wants to know what's in store in the next moment so that it can prepare itself. But you can't prepare yourself because we live in the unknown. Nobody knows how things are going to unfold. And so the best we can do is be prepared emotionally to handle whatever comes our way. A lot of times people will surrender their fear. They will give their security to another in order to feel secure. But they're actually sacrificing their freedom. They're giving up freedom in order to feel safe when you can actually have both. Living from the present moment, or life as it's lived now, isn't one of worry or anxiety. There's no trying to anticipate anything, because the peace that one seeks in the future is actually experienced now. The mind spends so much energy trying to figure out other people and trying to figure out what's going to happen. Basically just to prepare you for how you're gonna be, and it's an impossibility. And so empowered people just stop giving their energy to the mind, because who really needs to know all that when you're feeling happy and peaceful? And if you're feeling it now, you'll feel it then as well. If you're not feeling it now, people will try to get to that place where they feel free and authentic. And empowered isn't about having power over other people. It's about only one's self, that you are right with yourself and you're emotionally balanced, and you can be with other people without having to manipulate, coerce, control, etc. Worry only serves one purpose, and that's to steal your peace. It's a huge misunderstanding to think that how much you worry about someone is how much you love them, because worry blocks love. And so you're more worried about your own emotions than you really are able to be present for another person. So worry really is selfish. Empowerment is allowing life force energy to move through you unobstructed. And life is lived to the fullest when we have no burdens and we have no worries. That doesn't mean that we're irresponsible people. It means that we're present and we're able to respond and to be there for people with our whole selves, rather than with our anxious, crazy, fearful, panicked self. And in any situation, whether it's love or joyful for others, we are able to be balanced. I mean, did you ever think that that was possible? I didn't. And until I experienced it for myself, I didn't even know that it was possible. I believed all that false stuff that everyone else believed, that, you know, being a parent is worrying or you don't care about your kids, and that's a bunch of crap. It's not true. To love someone is to let life force energy flow through you consistently all the time, and to be present as life unfolds. Empowerment not only feels good to us, but it's actually the most loving thing you can do for another, because you're not bringing in your pain and your chaos and your drama into other people's lives. You're actually bringing your joy and bringing your peace. Another thing that's beneficial too is, instead of always looking at the problems and complaining, it's looking at the solutions and how we can make this better, how we can fix this. We don't have to go back in time and beat up everyone, including our great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents, in order to say, how did things get the way they are? And it doesn't change the problem anyway. So here's a problem. How do we fix it? Another thing about empowerment is its ability to create win-wins. It's if I win and you lose, that's not a win. If you win and I lose, that's not good either. Why can't we come up with solutions where there's only winning, where you win and I win? What's beneficial for you is beneficial for me. And that is the ultimate. And if it hasn't been created yet, then there's still more work to do on it. When we look at the mind, like the beliefs that we hold, you can tell if they're negative, as in if they're conflict and for war, or they're for peace, just by how it feels. If the thought feels good, it means that it serves life. If it feels bad, it subtracts from life, it takes away. And if you wanted to be empowered, then you would give energy to those beliefs and thoughts that made you feel good, because I guarantee if they make you feel good, they make other people feel good too. And so it's either war or peace. It's either conflict or harmony. It's either the problem or it's the solution. And although it sounds simple, the mind can make, anything complicated. And we don't have to conquer the mind. You just decide what you want to focus on. It can say whatever it wants. And we're just gullible if we don't question the mind, if we just believe everything it says. So we're like slaves to the mind. When you question the mind to its validity or its truth, you find out that it can't really know. There's so many things that the mind thinks it knows, but it doesn't. It doesn't really know. And so to be in that place where you're not just a slave to the mind, you are questioning it, and you are choosing. You are now choosing what to believe, and it's just not dictating to you what you should and shouldn't believe. And that is an empowered life. It's not being a skeptic. It's in a sense that skepticism is spoken of. It means that you are no longer willing to believe what the mind says, especially when it feels so bad. And that is worth being empowered for. Peace to you.